What do men bring to the table? This is the $1,000,000 question. Because a lot of women think they can do it by themselves. I don't need a man. I'm a successful woman. I'm a successful black woman. I'm an independent woman. I don't need a man. I can do it all by myself. Well, can you? Let me tell you about what men bring to the table. When I was coming up, I've always had my dad until he died in 2014. My dad was born in 1947, so he grew up during the civil rights era. My dad knew that this boy would not forever be a boy. He's going to be a man one day. And he actually need to know how to adapt, improvise, and navigate this discriminatory, prejudiced, Jim Crow South world that we live in. My dad grew up in Mississippi, was in Mississippi all his life. I grew up in Mississippi. So he was thinking this country would always be a racist, prejudiced country. So he taught me all the things I need to know to be a man. That's what we're talking about today. Men bring direction to the table. What do I mean? Who direct your paths as a child, as a boy, as you get through adolescence and early manhood? Who's directing you, telling you where to go, what to do, what not to do, how to behave, how not to behave, how to control your emotions, what to do in stressful situations? You see, men bring all this to the table. These are the things that we know as men because we're out here in the real world, and these are the things that my dad taught me. What else do men bring? Men bring structure. Yes, women can bring it, but men bring a sense of structure and a sense of this is the way we're going to go. If you don't want to go this way, you just can get out. You can move on. You can do something else. You are an enigma. You don't belong. There's something wrong with you. This is what men bring to the table. And men are unapologetically unforgiving about this issue because we know what's the world's like out here. We know what it's really like in the real world. So these are the things we bring to the table. Direction, structure, and here's the most important one that we bring. Identity. All you women, you can't give a child their identity. Yes, you nurture them. Yes, you love them. Yes, you give them affection. And yes, you give them culture somewhat. But identity comes from the man. How do I know that? Look around in your community at all the young men who completely don't know who they are. The underlying reason is they did not have a dad. Even men who are doing wrong and acting crazy who had a dad, they know who they are. They have an identity. They just are going against the grain. But all these young men out here shooting, killing, robbing, raping, having babies out of wedlock for several different women, these men don't know who they are. This is the problem. If you look, I've never had an earring in my ear, nose ring, nipple ring, and no other kind of ring. I never been to jail. I never been arrested. Why? My daddy taught me all that stuff. I tried to sag my pants one time, and my daddy said, boy, you better pull your pants up. If you don't pull your pants up, I'm going to snatch them up. My dad said, boy, if you sass your teachers or your mama, you got to answer to me. And you didn't want to answer to that man because he was crazy. But to this day, I'm so thankful that I had a daddy to teach me the things that I did not know. You see, no boy knows what it takes to be a man. And he's a male. But malehood does not prove manhood. And no woman knows what it takes to be a man. Just like I don't know what it takes to be a woman. So, if you want to know what it takes to be a man, this YouTube page, Mighty Men Academy, is for you. If you want to know what it takes out here in the real world, this is for you. If you want to help me get the fathers back in the home and teach boys how to be men, I want you on my page, on my radar, on my frequency, because we as a community can do it. 75% of black children are born out of wedlock, and in the inner city it's 80%. This got to stop. We need to stop this foolishness, because at the end of the day, we need men in the home raising these young boys. This is how we're going to get the prison population cut in half. This is how we're going to cut poverty in half. This is how we're going to put the judges, the police officers, and the district attorneys, let's put them out of business. If you didn't know it or not, prison is a money-making enterprise, and it's full of young black men. 50% of all prisoners are young, black, or black. Maybe not young, but they're black. 65% of youth incarcerated or grew up in a fatherless home. So the statistics have borne out what we see, and the root problem is fatherlessness. Boys not knowing how to be men and running from their responsibility. If you decide you want to have sex, get married first. If you decide you want to be a father, get married first. It tells that woman that you're serious about her, you're committed, and that you want her above all else. God is challenging you and holding you accountable for how you treat your children. So if you're a father out there and you've alienated your children and your family, God is holding you responsible. Don't tell me you love God. Don't tell me you have a relationship with God if you have neglected your responsibilities of being a man and a father. So I'm challenging you today. Step up to the plate of manhood. Wake up the mighty men. Be the man that God has called you to be. Stop being a sissy. Yeah, I said it. Sissies run from responsibility. Sissies hold their head and hide from the things that they need to be doing in life. Sissies look the other way. Sissies don't stand up for who God has created them to be. So stand up. Be a man. Take care of your kids. Not just send them a child support check. Be there. So I'm going to leave you with that. Be there. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. God bless you.